Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the process of me reupholstering my vintage sofa that I'm currently sitting on. It is the perfect lounging sofa for me because I'm little. Now before we get into the content portion of this video, I wanted to jump on here real quick and say that this is absolutely not a tutorial. This is not me showing you exactly what to do and how to do it when it comes to reupholstering these antique sofas. I had a really hard time in researching trying to figure out how to do this, that the first time that I did it wrong. But I learned and I redid it, and it looks better. It's not perfect, that's for sure, but it's done and it's got the trim and it looks okay. So pull up a chair and come hang out with me while I reupholster this beautiful Queen Anne's Victorian, or it's a 1920, but those actually, the errors don't line up. You know what? I don't actually know what kind of sofa this is. I should probably look that up, shouldn't I?
Fabric.
Oh, they sewed it in.
Yes. That's how a professional does it. Stop ripping it. It's supposed to be sewn in together. You're not going to get this back together. We're going to have to take this to somebody. Why don't you just do the corner part?
Now what I'm going to do is I have a crack right here, and I'm going to fix it. A couple of other cracks, I'm going to go get some wood filler. All right, here's the couch as it sits. I need to fix this. It's just going to be a matter of sanding and wood filling, because whenever it was reupholstered from where I bought it, they did a not good job. But I'm also not going to do a professional job either, so who am I to be talking crap, right? There's quite a bit to fix, and I can fill those in pretty well. Beautiful couch in here. See, they did much better at putting this side on than the other. Bad lighting in here, but this is the wood filler that I am using, and I've got some sandpaper. Alright, that took me about 25 minutes to pull off all of the fabric and fill in and sand a bit all of the parts of the wood that needed to be fixed. I'm going to let this sit for probably an hour and a half, and then it is already late, but I wanted to try to get the sanding and the staining done tonight. It is the next day. It is already loud in here, so we're going to skip to a time lapse really quickly, but I just wanted to start by saying, but how about we go ahead and get the day 2 pictures and everything done before, and then we'll get started. Stain coat number 1, we're going to let it sit, and we'll be back to put on number 2 in about an hour. This is the batting that I use. It's just a small little square. The camera died whenever I was getting to the, redoing and stuffing stage, so I didn't get any of that. But I did leave this top piece open. I wanted to show you what I did before I used this to seal it. Alright, so basically what I did was popped off all of the fabric that was there. I stuffed it real good. This was the batting that was there. So this sofa has already been reupholstered before me doing this, so I really didn't have to do that much. But it was nowhere near soft enough. So that's what I did. I stuffed it. Obviously you can see it's stuffed so much that it's no longer going to reach the top. About 2 inches. So what I'll do is take the batting like I did over here, I'll cover it over it and staple it into place. So this is the original fabric that was over the oval in the middle, and all I'm going to do is trace out the batting and the fabric and cut it out, and we're good to go. This is the fabric I'm using. It is a emerald green velvet. It is so beautiful, and it is going to look so good on the sofa. Now what I did here was I cut the basic shape because the fabric was ripped as it was coming off just a little bit. It wasn't exact. So I'm going to start right down here, and then I will be able to adjust and move these as needed. So we are going to take the fabric, roll it in on itself, probably 1/4 of an inch. We're taking the stuffing, the tuffing there, and we're pushing it down. And then we take the stapler and staple it in place. And this is where we are at. I did not finish it. The dogs tore it up. It looks absolutely horrible. So today's the day that we fix that. Over there, I have new fabric for the sofa that I will be using. I will still be using velvet to upholster the sofa with, but I no longer have any more of this fabric. At least I don't have enough to do the sofa again with. So my choices that I have are black, and this, it's like a hunter green. It's not the emerald that's currently bestowing its beauty upon the sofa. And here is the hunter green color. Oh, I just love this. I'm so sad. I should have finished it. And then here we have the black, which I'm thinking maybe. I'm going to make up my mind, and while I do that, I will be removing all of the staples and all of the fabric off of the sofa as it currently sits. There are two ways that this can be done. I can either take both of the piping strings and fold over the fabric, and then again, and then with my foot attachment, it will sew a channel right in the middle, and then I would cut the extra off the back. The next option is to take one, wrap it, take the second one, place it over, line it up, and then wrap it again. With the sewing foot, you sew a channel in the middle and then cut off the extra from the back. I found that this way leaves it exposed, and I didn't much care for that, so this one looks a little wonky, but it's alright. And here she is, almost done. Perfectly fluffy, a little lumpy, but much better than it was. Now I will be adding the trim.
here she is. Completed. Finally.
Now it took me much longer to reupholster this sofa than I had originally anticipated. The first half of the video consisted of the first attempt, I guess, of doing the sofa, and I did not do it correctly. Therefore, I never finished it. This was the second attempt, and I know that in the future there will be a third attempt, and on that third attempt, it will be perfect. I have some, not issues with it, but I have some things about it that I don't particularly like that I did. Obviously, amateur reupholsterer. I think that I do want the stain to be darker. I don't think that it is dark enough for me. As we can see the black wall behind me that needs to be touch-up painted because it got scraped off. Because children like to jump on the sofa. Everything about reupholstering this sofa was extremely difficult. Just the shape of it for the fabric, making sure that I had enough to not only cover the top, but it has to be, I think it was like 12 or 14 inches to be able to tuck up underneath, staple in the back, and then cover over in the back. And the back does not look so very good. And as long as I can keep the dogs off of the sofa, it should last longer than last time. Also, I did it better this time. Now, since I foresee a future date that I will be again reupholstering the sofa, I know that I need at least 10 yards of fabric. Anything less is not acceptable. I'm going to need to get more of this piping for the trim because I reused what was here, and you can definitely tell it needs to be brand new piping with single strips, not multiple strips, because whenever we get multiple strips and we have to sew them together, we get this little bulbous thing here, which screams amateur. As a whole, the sofa looks so much better. The next thing that I'm going to be doing is building an ottoman to match it. This is a 1920s sofa, so it's going to take some finessing and some woodworking to be able to create the curvature things and the channels and the detail that is in this sofa for a matching ottoman. But I am going to try. Now, like I said in the beginning, this was not a tutorial video. This was me showing you the process of me redoing and redoing the sofa. If you clicked on this video because you saw that I have a vintage sofa and you are wanting to see how to reupholster yours, that was not the video for that. Now, like I said in the beginning, this is not a tutorial. It absolutely is not, because I started it months ago, because I messed up, because I didn't go full into detail, and because some of my footage got wiped, or I didn't record when I thought I was recording. I didn't do a very good job on this video. But it is finally done. I can move on from this project and make a whole nother project that will take me months to finish. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, and if you're not already, consider subscribing. I do my best to upload at least twice a week.